Hey, how you doing?
Good. What I meant to tell them was if they have any good news to call me. If you have any problems, Rhonda's taking all those today. So Rhonda's taking all the challenges today. So
Yeah.
let's see here. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this. Again, if you're just joining us, please inside of the chat, just put your name and your business name. With that, for those of you that don't know me, Corey Network King, the company is Pro Networker, but we're here talking about the Atlanta Black Expo. Super excited today. Again, we are recording this. So this is the last training that we are doing for the event this Saturday. So with that, we are recording it. With us recording this, if for whatever reason any of you must leave out early, fine. I am going to send this recording out to everyone by in the morning, just so there's people that's still signing up. There's going to be some people that couldn't make this one, couldn't make them or whatnot. So you will be able to either just go through this just to review it again, or you'd be able to watch it if there's anything that you miss. Okay, so we will be sending those out. And I'm saying that because we did not send out the other ones because I didn't want anybody to skip this. This is the last training that we are doing until the event. I am looking at doing possibly something on Wednesday evening just for it to be late, probably like 8 o'clock. If there's anybody who is wanting to vibe out on some business stuff with us, I'm possibly thinking about that. You guys will hear about that if we do decide to do that, okay? And the reason for that is we got a Black Expo. We got a Black Business Super Bowl coming up here in a couple days. I don't know about you guys, but listen, I am on not even 10, I'm on like 13 about this, like super, super exciting. We're going to talk about a couple of reasons why. With that being said, before we get started, I want somebody to unmute themselves, somebody who, if this is your very first time exhibiting, meaning you haven't exhibited any other place, and you chose the Atlanta Black Expo to be your first time to exhibit, I want someone to unmute themselves, introduce yourself, and let us know.
Hey, everybody. This is Attorney Titus Nichols, Nichols Injury Law.
Titus, this is not your first time.
It is.
You exhibited with me with Taste Urban.
Taste Urban. I ain't never been no the Black Expo. Black Expo.
All right. So maybe I wasn't clear. If there's anybody who has not exhibited ever, no matter what the event is, none of that, ever in life, this is your first time exhibiting any event. And I'm gonna give you some shine, Titus, but I want to hear from somebody who this is their very, very, very first event exhibiting. Is there anybody on the call where that describes them?
That describes me. I'm Vanessa from Vianney Bliss. This is my first time exhibiting anywhere. I'm just very excited to be here. I'm very excited. This is my first place to show my business.
Good for you. And Vanessa, tell me what made you say, you know what, this is my first time exhibiting, first time getting my business out there. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do an expo. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do just a little corner market. I'm not gonna do just a little, 20, 50 person event. I'm gonna give me one that has a couple thousand people at it. Tell me what made you think about that?
Not gonna lie to you, this was not my intention. This was God's plan for me.
Talk about that. You better speak that. We're gonna talk about God's intention later on today. Okay, I'm with you. So he said that you needed to be at the Atlanta Black Expo, huh?
I mean, I was looking around for places to show off different markets in the Atlanta area. I saw the Atlanta Black Expo. I saw that they were full. And I was like, well, you know what? I'll work my way up. Next year it'll be for me because this year it's full. And then I got an email saying, hey, you're on the wait list, but we got a spot for you.
Won't he do it?
Yes,
won't he do it? Right? Good for you. We are glad that you are here. We're glad that you're here. My second one, and actually, let me say this first off, Vanessa, I'm going to greet you, number one, but two, I'm going to apologize to you, okay? Because let me tell you, we do things differently here at the Pro Network or at Atlanta Black Expo at Taste Urban. We do things differently. So the experience that you're going to have with us is not the experience that you're going to have vending in your vending career. Let me just go ahead and put that out there, okay? So sorry, not sorry, okay? So some of the benefits that you're gonna get here, listen, we're going to spoil you. You're going to be spoiled. Let me just say it like that. All right. So with that being said, and let me bring up Titus. So Titus, because my next one was going to be somebody who has exhibited with us in the past and then decided to come do this one as well, to unmute yourself and let us know. So Titus, it's your time to shine, sir.
Hey everybody, it's Titus Nichols, attorney Titus Nichols, Nichols Injury Law. I'm a personal injury law firm. I represent regular people who have been injured throughout Georgia and South Carolina. But yeah, I decided to be a part of this because it's just a big event with lots of people and there's lots of energy from the entrepreneurs, and just I feel like I have a lot to offer people, letting people know of my services and educate people as to what you should know after you've been injured, either in a car wreck or maybe a slip and fall, something like that.
You getting that pitch in, ain't you? I see. I ain't even mad at you. Not even mad at you. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming back, sir. I tell anybody that anytime that somebody comes back for seconds and thirds, that must mean that the first one was pretty good to them. So with that, we will take that. So listen, today we are going to go through a lot of information. I'm going to go ahead and prepare you guys now. We're going to go through a lot of information, okay? Especially for those of you that are new, do not get overwhelmed with this information, okay? Don't get overwhelmed. Again, we're going to go through it, and we're going through it to make sure that you are prepared, okay? But that, make sure you have something to take some notes with. There are going to be different points of where we're going to ask questions or open it up for questions. So if you do have any questions, we definitely want to hear that. You can put some of the questions in the chat if you'd like. We will have some of our team members that are on the call that will be doing that. I won't be able to see the chat a lot, but we will be opening it up in here, okay? Also know that with this event is, which we're going to talk about a little bit here in a minute. This event is 3 times the size that it was last year, okay? 3 times the size. So with that, there's definitely been a lot, and we've added, and not just the size, but we've added things to it, elements to it, experiences to it that we did not have in the past. So with that, not everything is, as far as communication is concerned, it's been going the way that we want it to go, okay? Know that. But at the same time, we are getting out this information as much as possible and as soon as possible. So we want to make sure, it is our commitment to make sure that everybody feels ready and prepared for this event. All right. So again, just know that if there's any needs that you have, make sure that you put them in the chat as we go through this. Again, we do have Rhonda that's on, have a couple other individuals a part of the team. So we're going to make sure that those get made. All right. With that being said, we're going to jump on into this. Let's see here. All right. So exhibiting the Taste Urban, or actually, no, it's not Taste Urban. This is Atlanta Black Expo. Exhibiting the Atlanta Black Expo way. Just know, again, most of you guys have exhibited other places, so you are experienced with exhibiting. I have exhibited hundreds of events. I have never myself been through a training before the actual event. I haven't experienced it. But what we have learned that the stuff that we're going to go through in this training is not just dealing with just the event logistics, and some of it will be that, but some of it is just for you that you can actually take outside of our event. We care about you being successful with your time and your investment. So thank you for being here today. With that, for those of you, again, that don't know, Corey Network King, the company is Pro Networker. So our umbrella company is Pro Networker. Been in business now. This year we'll be celebrating 15 years in August. I have done 2 things for these last 15 years. 2 things. One, educated on people on how to build their business through meeting more people. And the second thing is creating these opportunities for you to meet more people. I have literally been saying the same thing for 15 years. And when I look at the success that I have been able to achieve and experience, it's literally been based on all of the teachings that I have. So for you guys on this training call, just know that you're not hearing from somebody who just started doing this. You're not hearing somebody who is getting average results from what they're doing. No, there is no event in Atlanta that is a Black business marketplace that is larger than this. So I am currently #1 in Atlanta, in Georgia, actually in the Southeast, for doing what I do. And I don't say that to brag. I say that to you to say that the things that I have done to get here, we're literally going to be going through some of those things today. So I want to impart this information on you so that you have this, so that you can be #1 in your industry, if that is what you so choose to be, right? The second person I want to introduce you to is my power twin. Listen, if you guys don't have a power twin in business, I suggest that you find one, because listen, I got mine and I don't know what I would do without it, okay? So Miss Angie C.J. Sims, who is the event director of the Atlanta Black Expo, of Taste Urban. Let me tell you, y'all, having somebody here that can actually help sharpen knives, that can actually help stretch you, help grow you, help, listen, again, you need to get you a power twin. Angie, go and let the people know about yourself.
Hey, everybody. Angie C.J. Sims. Thank you so much, Corey, for that incredible introduction. Listen, y'all, if Corey said he's on 1, I'm on 2, 3, 4, and 5, just to let y'all know. So y'all
That's my twin.
Strap up. Y'all better strap up. Y'all better get ready. We might go over a 10-minute time because I'm ready to jump all in, Corey. I got to talk about all types of stuff today. But we are going to respect your time. Again, I'm Angie C.J. Sims, the Girlfriends Plug. I see some of my girlfriends on here. Hey, girls. Nice to see you guys. Listen, I'm the founder of the League of Girlfriends, the best social organization for women in business in the Southeast. If you haven't heard about it, you got to hear about us. We've also helped, it says 14, 18, 19 women become brand new authors. And I've also been an executive director of the Taste Urban brand and the Black Expo brand for the last 4 years. It has been my absolute honor to do so. I've been an event planner for over 25 years, making sure that every single every single I is dotted, everything gets done on the background, in the front round, in the foreground, and everywhere else. So it's my honor to be here. Listen, guys, I'm here. I'll be in the chat. I'll also be jumping in periodically when Corey asks me to, but it's my absolute pleasure to be your executive director and make sure that we pull off an absolutely flawless event like we always do. Thank you so much, Corey.
Love it, love it, love it. Thank you for that, Angie. So what is our purpose? We are here to help make Black businesses more profitable, whether it's to elevate, to showcase their business, help you guys get greater relationships, introduce you to some of the people that you need to know, put you in place for some opportunities. And the bigger thing is sharing resources. The one thing that you should be focused on at the Atlanta Black Expo is resources, gaining information, meeting people that's going to help make business easier for you, not just clients. Most people are just, I'm trying to find clients. Yes, listen, this is going to be such a collection of all these different products and services to help you make your business, either whether it's people or whether it's the actual service or product themselves. You want to be looking for these resources. So love that. Again, the Atlanta Black Expo is Atlanta's largest mixed marketplace. What does that mean? There are other events that are larger than the Atlanta Black Expo. There are 2 actually hair events that are larger than the Black Expo, but the Atlanta Black Expo is the only non-industry specific of this size. So again, whether we have a roofing company, whether we have a candle company, whether we have an event planner, whether we have a graphic designer, whether we have an insurance agent, all of them sitting in one area. This is the largest of, again, in Atlanta, in Georgia, in the Southeast. So you guys are actually in the right place. And again, congratulations, you made it. You are here. If you were on this call, you made it in. Like the young lady had said earlier, we had sold out in a certain place where we weren't taking anymore, but then we ended up adding some more space to the actual event. So then we were able to get people in. That's one thing. The second thing that we do, something that's very different than other expos, which is we do a 2-company max per product and service. So once we get 2 candle companies, we will not take a 3rd candle company. Why is that? Because I love candles, I love shea butter, but we are more than just candles and shea butter, okay? If we started accepting a lot 3 and 4 of the same thing, then what ends up happening is we now start missing out on opportunities to have certain things that you might not be able to find at certain places. So again, that's why we have that. So we have actually said no, which means for an event organizer, we have said no to money to make sure that there is a greater experience for everybody and that every business, has the opportunity to shine on themselves and there's just not so much overlap. So we're very, very excited about that. So again, you guys made it, so congratulations. For those of you that watched the Super Bowl last week, yeah, it was great. But if you think about it like this, there were 2 teams that played in the Super Bowl. When you ask yourself how many teams went to the Super Bowl, all of them did. Why? Because they were celebrating the NFL, okay? Well, what if there was a celebration for Black businesses? What would that look like? It would look like the Atlanta Black Expo, all right? So this is the Black Business Super Bowl, and I want you guys to think about it like that. And when you think about it like that, I want you to get your head in the game. What does that mean? That means most times, this, for some of you guys, is going to be the largest event that you exhibit at for the year. For some of you guys, right? The question is, are you going to treat this event the same way that you would if you were going to an event where you were going to meet maybe 20 or 30 people, okay? Possibly not. You shouldn't do that. You want to make sure that you are putting time on your calendar to get you prepared for this event. Whether that is, hey, let me get all my processes in place. Let me promote out my flyer and let other people know about this. Hey, let me think about what some of my offerings are going to be and stuff like this. Again, put the time on your calendar because it is creeping up. We only got 5 days left until this event. And again, everybody's going to be busy during those times. So again, make sure you have a plan. Use your team. If you have a team, you should be having meetings like, hey, this is what we're going to be doing for the Atlanta Black Expo. What do we need to do? How can we make this better? Whatever the case is. Watch our training videos. Again, I'm going to be sending this out to everyone. Whether you, again, some of the people might not have missed this, so they're going to be able to see this again. I would watch the training videos over and over again. You might miss something just so you might hear something, you hear it a little bit differently, whatever the case is, that would actually put more money in your pocket. All right. So again, we really want to stress that this is the Super Bowl. We want to make sure that you are prepared and want to make sure that you're feeling it and that you're going to have a successful event this weekend. Just to give some context to what we're doing. Last year in 2024, we were at the Cobb Galleria. We had a one-day event. We were in 36,000 square feet. We had a little over 1,000 attendees, and we had 120 exhibitors, all right? This year, and I told the story yesterday of how we were technically kind of forced to move from the Cobb Galleria. I didn't want to move from there, but I really did not like how they were doing business. Excuse me. So the universe was like, yo, it's time for you to move. I did not want to move to the Georgia World Congress Center yet because I didn't feel like we were ready to do it. But the universe felt like we did. So Vanessa, I feel you, okay? The universe said, no, you're ready. And I said, but universe, you don't understand. The smallest space at the World Congress Center is 105,000 square feet, which is 3 times the size. Universe said, nope, you're ready. So with that, that's where we're at. And right now, I am happy to tell you guys, I honestly did not think we were going to use the whole space. I was preparing myself to use about 70,000 square feet. I'm here to tell you guys that we are using all 105,000 square feet. We are going to have our goal. My first goal was to do about 150 exhibitors. We are going to have between 200 and 220, something like that. And the goal is to hit 3,000 attendees plus this year. So we're going to talk about that. So I say this to you guys the same way Vanessa said, that when the universe wants to get you to bigger and better things, sometimes it's going to close doors, okay? It is going, even those doors that you thought that you wanted open, it's going to close those doors so that they can move you to bigger and better things. So I am very thankful to the Cobb Galleria for closing that door and for us to actually move to bigger and better things. Because had they not been acting the way they were acting, let me say it like that, then we would have still been there and not have achieved what we have. So I'm extremely, extremely humbled and grateful that that happened. Again, this is Black History Month. Everybody knows we coined it the Black Business History Month, all right? Our goal is 3,000 to 5,000 attendees. Again, 150 exhibitors. We surpassed that. food competition. We're actually making a change to that. We are doing a black liquor tasting. We have our food, our kids business expo. We have an art gallery. We have a fashion show that's happening. We have an international business matchmaking that's going to be, like, there's just so many things that are happening. But just so that everybody understands, again, on Saturday is not an expo day. It is our VIP reception, opening ceremonies. At that, we're going to be doing our food and beverage tastings and our black liquor tastings. On Sunday is the exhibition day, to where we have our exhibit showcase. There's the workshops, food tasting, speed, network, and art gallery, fashion show, all of that good stuff. All right. So just to make sure everybody understands that. Vendor advantages, what you get. So inside of your vendor packages, you're getting exhibitor training, which you're on right now. Again, this is included inside there. We actually, based on the information that we give in this, we could actually charge just for this the same amount of price, but you guys are getting it inside of what you paid to be a part of this. The rebate program, everybody on this line that paid for their table, some people are on this line because they're part of an organization that paid for it for them, but anybody who actually paid for to participate in this, we have a program to where you can get 100% of that money back, which means a free table. We're going to talk about that today, which I don't know any other event that's doing that. Showcase in our directory, we're going to talk about that today. Prior day setup, the setup is going to be on Saturday, which we're going to talk about that. Superior client service. Let me tell you one thing that we have at our event, which I absolutely love, which is we have staff that's going to help you unload and load your stuff. So when you come up, you're going to have somebody friendly there being able to help you with your stuff if you need help. And just, again, we want to make sure that you feel that we value you as an exhibitor. We're not just trying to get your money and then be like, yo, be gone. Thank you for helping us pay for the event. No, we care about your experience. Speaking of that, exhibitor tables and chairs provided. I have been to shows that cost way more than what we're charging for ours, and they make you bring your table and your chair, which is insane to me. We actually provide a table and chair for you. Does it cost us more? Yes, but we care about your experience. Lastly, to be heard through your feedback. After this event, we are going to be sending out surveys so that we can hear about what you liked, about what we did, and what we could be doing better. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys now, I already know that there are some things that we could be doing better with this, and this is what's called a growing pain. For us to go to 3 times the size, let me tell you, some things that we had on paper didn't work the way that I wanted them to work, but hey, we're going to keep this thing going. But the beauty about this is, because we are an event company and because we are vested in this, we are determined and committed to making this thing better and better and better. So those of you that have participated with us this year, you're going to see some differences come next year, because we're already planning for 2026 for this. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Now, view the layout. Let's see here. And I'm going to open it up for some questions once we view this layout. All right. So this is our current layout. Let me do it like this first. So just so that everybody understands, again, we're using 105,000 square feet, which is a very big space. Attendees are going to come in here and walk in this way and then start getting into the expo here, okay? From there, and I'm gonna, come on. There we go. Now, in here, everyone has table numbers and all of that. Now, because of the size of this has changed multiple times, that is where everybody on this call, most people on this call, does not have their actual table number. You will be getting your table numbers by tomorrow, but don't worry about the table number, because, well, you can, but as far as attendees are concerned, they're going to get that information. It's going to be on the website. They're going to get an external information. It's going to be at the event or whatever. So don't worry about not being able to send out to talking about your table numbers right now. trust me when I tell you, they are going to be able to find you, okay? We are going to be sending that information out there. We actually, and just so that everybody knows, we're going to talk about this in a minute. For those of you that are in the overflow room, which that is this room here, we did that because we had some tables here reserved, but some of those tables have actually come off of reserve. So I just sent an email out earlier today, letting all the people know in this overflow room. Now, some of the people who were in this room got that email too, but no, for you guys that are in this room, you guys can stay there. But the people who are in 102, if you want to stay in 102, you can, or if you would like to actually come into either zone 3, zone 2, or zone 1, there are a couple tables available for that. So if there's anybody interested who is in the overflow room, 102, and you would like to be in one of these spaces here, you can check your email. If you don't see it, check your spam folder. If you still don't see it, then you can send Rhonda a message inside of the chat saying, hey, I'm in overflow. I would like to be in one of these other areas, and we'll make sure we send you that link. The area that in for this overflow, you guys paid $250. You will have a credit of that $250 if you so choose to move to either zone 1, zone 2, or zone 3. And we'll talk about that later, all right? For those of you that are on our speaking stages, we have our stage, our main stage, which is right here. And then we have 4 other stages that we're doing. This is stage 1, stage 2, 3, and 4. Now, do we have any speaking spots available? We do. Not many, but we do. So if you're on this call and you're not scheduled to speak yet, we do have a couple tables, a couple speaking opportunities available. They're all sold out for the main stage, but we do have a couple spots available on the mini stages. Those are $250 per 30 minutes. So if you think that you are interested in speaking on one of these stages and you want to pay the additional $250 to do that, please message Rhonda in the chat directly to her saying your business name and that you're interested in, and we'll send you a link to be able to sign up for that. All right. And then lastly, we'll have this is our international business matchmaking. Again, our overflow here. And then again, we're going to be doing a fashion show as well as an art gallery show inside of 101, 102, and 103. All right. I'm going to open it up. Does anybody have any questions so far?
One question I want to get answered that would help everyone, Corey, is that someone purchased an exhibitor table after they got off the wait list, and they wanted to know if we are still managing that only 2 per category.
Yes, we are. We are still doing the 2 companies per category. So yes, that is still in effect.
Yes, Corey, I have a question for those with Fulton County. I know we're in 101. There's some of our vendors who, unless they've registered, and I haven't gotten them from you yet, that have not registered. And I know you're going to be sending the vendor tables, but if they haven't registered, is there a final deadline where they have to register to get those tables?
So for all the ones that are coming under Fulton County, that's a little bit different because you guys already have a slotted number of tables, right? So with that, under your slotted number of tables, those individuals need to make sure that they register definitely with you, but then also with us so that they can get the load in information and stuff like that. So there really is no quote unquote deadline, but they just need to make sure that they do it as soon as possible so they get all the information.
Right. And then the people on our team, I know there's the vendor link and then there's the volunteer link. So all the people on the Fulton County team, do we need to register with the vendor link or the volunteer link?
The volunteer link. Only the person who owns the table would do the table link. Everybody who's just staffing that table would do the staff link.
Okay. Because I know I had some people, because I got the staffing link later. So there's some people who I told to register under the vendor link. So I know
we'll work yours. We'll work yours. Yours is kind of unique. to everybody else that's on here. So we'll definitely get yours worked out. Yours is going to be a little bit easier than everybody else. So yeah, we get yours worked out. Any other questions?
Yeah, we
Corey,
do.
Oops.
No, go ahead. Go
ahead, Shelley.
This is Shelley. Yes. So for the speaker area, do we have to, if we have a display, do we need to bring an extra table for that?
If you have a display for the for your speaking session?
Yes. So like if I'm talking about something, but I want to also show them something, do I need to bring an extra table for that?
Whatever it is that you need to show them or whatnot, but you would have to put that in there. There is no tables, there is no projectors, anything like that in the speaking area. But if you bring something in, you have to be very mindful that you have a 30 minutes time slot. So with that, you need to start within that 30 and be done in that 30 and not end in the 30 and then going into somebody else's time slot.
Got it.
Right. Okay. And every speaking session will also have a microphone, just so that you're aware. And a timekeeper.
Yes. Any other questions?
Yeah, Corey, can you go back to the slide with what's going to be the 2 different days?
And this information is also on the website. Okay, and it's also on some of the information that we've sent. We'll make sure you have it, but just know that Saturday is the VIP reception and vendor load in, and Sunday is the main exhibiting day.
Excellent, thank you.
Yep.
So just really quick, Corey, I know you have to move along. Please note that all of your questions regarding how many tables you can fit, if you can fit a tent, we're going to get to all of those things. And Sunday is absolutely a family event, and we have a kids zone, so certainly children are welcome on Sunday.
Yes. Oh, and let me show that to you guys real quick. Thank you for actually saying that. Currently, we do have right here is our kid zone. So we do have our kid entrepreneurs that are in this area right here. Okay. Our goal is to increase that in next year as we find more kid entrepreneurs. Ms. Zoe, that's on the call right now, one of our kidpreneurs. Again, this is where our kid zone is going to be. But yes, Sunday is family friendly. Saturday is not. Saturday must be 21 and up.
And Corey, well, you were just pointing at, is that zone 3?
That is zone 3.
And I see the end caps over there. Okay.
Okay. Real good. All right. Load in, set up. Now, so we sent an email regarding setup, which we will be sending another one tomorrow regarding setup. With that, there's a link. So on Saturday, the setup is from 1 to 7 p.m. And with that, we have time slots. So the link that we sent is for the time slots for this. The reason for that is, and let me say this quickly, and I'm gonna come back to the layout. We suggest that you bring multiple people with you, not just you by yourself, okay? Have a cart with wheels. We will have some carts with wheels if you don't have one, but we highly suggest that you bring one yourself. What's gonna happen is you're gonna unload, you're gonna park, then set up. Let me show you what this looks like. And let me show you why. So right here is the space. Let me do it like this. Now, here's the challenge. Last year when we were at the Cobb Galleria, their loading dock had a larger space, so we didn't have any issues. This year, this is not this case. So this is why it's a little bit more intricate for what we're doing, okay? And what this means is where load in for the exhibitors is gonna be is here at A3B and A3C. And how to get here, and I am going to, so we're not going to talk about it in depth today. I'm going to send out a video of this because I want to make sure that everybody understands this. It's kind of tricky how this is because the World Congress Center is so big. There's a road behind, that's on the side of the exhibit hall of where we're at, which is right here. Now, the challenge is that this road is one lane, okay? And there's other exhibit halls and stuff like that, so we cannot block this lane. Now, there's another lane that's right here that just stops right there, and then it goes to 1. And then there's another lane right here that's kind of like a little enclave. So what we are going to do on Saturday is having people start coming up, and this is the way that you come in, is having people stage right here. We'll have a staff person that's going to be right here. We'll have another staff person that's going to be right here. And we'll have another staff person that's going to be right here. So what'll happen is you guys will pull here and stage here on your designated time. This person will tell you, okay, go. And you'll be able to come here. You'll be able to pull your car here, unload your car, take your stuff. You'll put it here. We'll have the exhibitor registration right here. So you'll be able to take your stuff, put it maybe to the side, find out where your table is. So get all that information, get your little packet. But then you're going to keep your stuff here to the side. You're then going to take your car. You're then going to come out this way. You're going to come around this way. And then here, and forgive my drawing, this is the green parking lot. The green parking lot is right here. You guys are going to park in the green parking lot. Now, and again, we're not going to get into it right now, but there's 2 ways to get back to the space. There's the long way, which is around this way, and then there's the short way, which is coming back this way, where these right here are train tracks. You pass over these train tracks and literally walk right here and then go back into the space and get your stuff. Now, we are going to have a staff person that's going to be right here that's going to kind of direct this, okay? So with that, and again, as of right now, I don't think it's supposed to rain on Saturday, or excuse me, on Sunday. Or no, I think it's supposed to rain on Saturday. With that, we're going to see what the weather is like. Hopefully it's not too bad or whatever the case is. Best case scenario is not raining, and then you'd want to go this way. If it is raining, if it's not too bad, maybe go this way. But if it isn't, then you might want to go this other way, which again, it is what it is. It's a long way. But again, I'm going to send a video out on this stuff, okay? Because again, getting down here is not the easiest. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that right now. It is not the easiest just because of the size of this, all right? Now, last thing, and then we're going to move forward. There's going to be, as far as setup is concerned, setup is going to be easier, or setup is going to be harder than breakdown. Breakdown on Sunday at 5, we're breaking down again at 5. We're then going to open these doors and these doors again, but you'll be able to actually go get your car, come back and do the same exact thing. And when you're ready, you'll be standing here stage. We'll have somebody there telling you, yep, they're ready, so that you can, and have somebody else packing your stuff or whatever, so that once all your stuff is here, then you can actually literally pull your car in, unload the stuff back up, and then go ahead and leave. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up for just a couple questions. Now, during these questions, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, some of them I'm going to answer. Some I'm going to say you're going to have to wait for the video because we're not going to get into it deep right now. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up for some questions.
Hi, Corey. It's Annie with MIT, Institute for Minimally Invasive Therapies. I tried to fill that form to upgrade. Which one? The one to upgrade to move to zone 1 and 2.
Okay, well, we're gonna put a pin in that one. I want to just ask if anybody has any questions regarding load and unload.
I do, Corey. I got one quick question, and I apologize in advance if you've already mentioned it. But did you state the name of those streets, like where Gate 2 was located?
Nope. Nope, I have not. I'll put that in the video.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Hi, Mr. Corey. How many tables would we get for the setup?
It depends on what area you're in. If you got a 10 by 10, then you get 1 table. If you got a 10 by 20, you have 2 tables. But I'm going to go through that moving forward as well.
And the information's in the chat as well.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Can we set up on Sunday?
Yes. Can we set up on Sunday? So that's a good question. The answer to that is yes, with an asterisk. We want every majority of people to set up on Saturday. On Sunday, there's a small window for people to be able to set up on Sunday, but they would need to be there no later than 8 o'clock in the morning so that they can be set up by 9:30. Because we are going to do an exhibitor meeting at 9:30 to talk about the day and stuff like that, which everybody needs to attend. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this now so that everybody leaves their area. I don't care what you're setting up or whatever, you leave that area at 9:30 so we can get to this meeting and do that. It's gonna be, 10 minutes, whatever the case is, just to make sure everybody is understanding what's happening for the day, and then you go back. So you wanna make sure that you give yourself time. So we prefer that you set up on Saturday, but we do understand that there's some people that just can't do it on Saturday. So you will be able to do it on Sunday, but you would need to be two things. You will need to be there at 8, number one, and two, you have to fill out the form for set up for your appointment and put that in there that you have to do a other time and put the time that you're looking to do. And then we will contact you with those instructions.
Thank you.
Thank you for that question.
James. Corey, I'm with Fulton County Arts and Culture. We've got a vendor who is bringing a monitor for us on Saturday, and they should be on the call. And I don't see their name here. We gave them information to sit in on this call, but they will be delivering a monitor for us on Saturday for Fulton County Arts and Culture.
Okay.
So the question is, how do we get them the information they need? Can I provide them that information, or how do we do that?
You can. Are they just dropping it off, or they're an exhibitor?
They're dropping it off for us for Sunday.
Okay, so they're not exhibiting; they're just dropping it off to you.
Right.
Then you can just tell them to follow the same directions that you're going to have for load in, and just figure out what time that they're going to do that.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Yes, I have a quick question. I'm sorry, I have a quick question about the parking. I have mobility issues. Will there be accessible parking in the parking lot, or easier way so I don't have to walk over the train tracks?
There will be, there is handicap parking and stuff like that, but there isn't. If anybody has mobility issues, you may need to park in a different place. And again, because this place is so big, we'll try to figure out where that is. So if there's anybody that has mobility issues, you need to let us know that so we can slowly try to come up with a potential solution. And again, I'm not going to tell you that the solution is going to be like right at the door, because again, just because the space is so large. But thank you for that question. I'm going to take one more and then we're going to move forward.
Is there signage to direct people as they're loading and unloading? There
will be signage.
Okay.
Yep. Real good. So reminders, again, only need to attend one training. This is the last training anyway. So with that, everybody will be satisfied there, but I'm going to send out the recording. Register your staff. So every table has premium tickets and staff tickets, which I'm going to talk to you about that later. The staff tickets, you'll get 4. Depending on the size of your table, most people are 10 by 10, so you end up getting 4. Those are free basic tickets. I sent the link, which I will send again. There's a link to where, and Rhonda, if you're on it, you can find that link. If you can put that in the chat, there's a link that you can use that link for your staff to register. Your staff members need to register. As far as the premium tickets, which will typically be 2, one is for you. You do not have to register because you are already registered. And then we're just going to give you another band for the other person that you have. So they're not going to have to register, okay? But your staff will have to register. Also, if you need power, if you need extra table, if you need Wi-Fi and all that, tomorrow I am sending another email for some final reminders on things, okay? In that email, let me back up. I know we are aware that we are sending out a lot of emails. We are very aware of that. And that is why at the beginning of this, we said, hey, create a folder for this stuff because 1, the size of this event, astronomical, number 1, but 2, because of where it's located and stuff like that, there's just more stuff and the stuff that we're doing, blah, blah, blah. We don't want you to get overwhelmed. But in most of the emails, we're going to tell you, hey, there's quick links here. Hey, there's action items in here, blah, blah, blah. So tomorrow we're going to be sending out kind of, let's say, not a final email, but an email that's going to have all these different quick little links. But we do want to make sure that you are taking time to go through this information. Oh, I meant to say this earlier. I would love for everybody, especially with this training. We had a training a couple months ago, and I had a lady get on, was on the training. She called me after the training and started asking me questions. She was asking me questions that we went over in the training. After the second question that we went over, I asked her, I said, hey, you were on the training. Was it not clear, or what's the disconnect? She said it. I'm glad she said it, but she said, oh, you know what? I was on the training, but I was doing other stuff. I said, well, listen, I'm glad you told me that, but I want you to understand this. We got 200 and some exhibitors. I can't have this conversation 200 times. I just can't. So what I'm asking everyone to do is, if you're doing other things right now, that's fine. But what I am asking you to do is take some quiet time to watch this stuff, because if you miss something, 9 times out of 10, it's going to cost you money. Okay. So, and I want to make sure that we're minimizing the number of calls that we're getting and stuff like that based on the stuff that we're actually going over. All right. So I say all that to say is, we're going to be sending out an email tomorrow that's going to give you the opportunity to be able to, again, register your staff, register the time that you're coming in. If you did not get power yet, you can get that. If you didn't get an extra table, didn't get Wi-Fi, other things that you didn't get, you should be able to get all of that inside of this email that I send out. All right. Anybody have any questions?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'll take 2 questions and we'll keep going. Keep going. Go ahead.
Go ahead, ma'am.
David, go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Corey. So I'm not, I don't have a table. I'm just going to be a speaker.
Okay.
Should the speakers be there at 9:30 also, or, or we're going to get links on the times that we're set up to speak as well? How does that work?
You should have already gotten your flyer and information.
Yes, sir.
Rhonda
I did get a flyer.
Good. So whatever time that is on there. So let's say you're speaking at 1 o'clock. We highly suggest that you have to be there 30 minutes before your speaking time, which you will get more information about this. Shirley, I don't think she's on this call, but she is the speaker manager when it comes to that. But you're going to get information about checking in and all that stuff. But yes, you would want to arrive earlier.
Roger that. Thank you.
Thank you. And is it Tamelia?
Hi, yes, Mr. Corey.
Go ahead.
So I'm kind of late, but I just said I'll hold off and go through everything because I'm sure you've already mentioned it. So I'm just gonna hold off.
And also, and thank you, Angie's on the chat, Rhonda's on. If you guys have questions, you can put them in the chat, and Angie and Rhonda are answering questions as well. Okay, so please make sure if you have a question, put it in the chat first. They might be able to get it, and then if they don't, then they can ask me. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Let's talk about the Taste Urban Directory. So everyone should have gotten an email regarding the directory. Okay. This is something we are very excited about. Actually, let me show you how to get there. The easiest way to get there is to go to atlblackexpo.com, go to our website. At the top here, you'll see directory. You click there, it'll take you right there. We are super excited about this directory. Now, with this directory, what's going to happen is at the event, attendees are going to be walking around. They're going to be seeing vendors and stuff like that, and they're not going to know or be able to remember everybody that they come in contact with. Well, we came out with the directory, not just for them, but one of the aspects of it is they're going to be able to actually stay connected with you guys based on this. So we are sending information out to the attendees for them to actually go ahead and join the directory and all of that. Now, let me show you how this works. What's going to happen is, and this happens every time we do an event, a vendor walks around, they see somebody, whatever the case is, and they're like, oh, Agro Culture, great. I like them, blah, blah, blah. They do business with you. They give you money. And then after the event, they can't find your information, whatever case is. Then we get a call of, hey, do you remember this vendor, whatever? We don't have to do that anymore, okay? What's going to happen is every exhibit will have the ability to put their information into this directory, okay? Everybody will do that. What's then going to happen is while an attendee is walking around, they see your business, they can go to it, and what they're going to be able to do is hit the button the like button. Okay, and I'm already logged in here. So now what happens is Sunday night, Monday morning, I know go to my dashboard. And this is me as not a business, but as a consumer, as an attendee. I can go to my saved favorites, and all the businesses that I saved are right there. So now what I can do is that, oh yeah, hey coach, that's right. That's who I did want. Oh, let me go back to them and start. Oh yeah, they got this. Or what? Oh wow. Oh, I didn't even know they had a coupon. Oh, let me look at their coupon that they have in here. Oh wow, right? And then they can say, hey, let me send them a message. I definitely want to stay connected with them, whatever. They can fill this out and this will go directly to you. Okay. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this because we're going to spend it. We're going to talk more about this after the event. But the important things that you guys need to know about this is everyone who is on this call, who is an exhibitor at the event, that is Black owned. Let me preface that is Black owned. You have the ability to put your information in here. And where you go is under, and let's go to the beginning of the directory. We're here, create your business listing, list your business. You click there and you choose one of these plans. We suggest that you choose the Pro. It is $50 a month, but it's free right now because I'm currently logged in. It's free right now. So with that, you get it 30 days free. So with that, please, and again, you will get a link on this, probably actually tonight for those of you to do this, is to go here, click this link. For those of you that haven't done it yet, you put your information here, you see here, this plan includes a 30-day free trial, so you will not pay anything. We're gonna have a meeting after the expo talking about this plan. I am so excited about this plan, and I promise you guys will be too. But for right now, just take my word for it. Put your information in here and then start filling it out. The one thing that I love about this platform that I've heard from all businesses, I haven't heard anybody who put their information here that said, oh, it was hard. Everybody has said the same thing. It is really easy to navigate. And I'm going to show you this last little piece, and then we're going to open up for some questions. You have so much stuff that you can put in here, your specialties, your articles. If you have any articles that are redundant, you can put in there. Any events that you're doing, you can put it in there. Your photo albums, which again, these photos look really good. This is great. Your products, you can put that in there. But what I really love about it is videos. Like if you have a video on your business, you can literally put that video inside of the directory and it'll actually play inside of the directory. And this is going to help the attendees that are walking around keep up with you and your stuff. Okay, so we definitely want to make sure that everybody has this information and they're putting their information in. All right, now I'm going to give you guys a couple last little things and then I'm going to open up for some questions. All right, so we got the directory again. Go to directory.taser, but just go to Atlanta Black Expo and click it there. Now, you can sign up for the basic, which is free. The way this directory is set up, you do not have to spend money to make money. You can literally just do a basic one. It's free. You don't get as many bells and whistles. But again, and they can still contact you. They can still give you money. But again, my suggestion is you go for the Gold or the Pro. It's $50 a month, which you're getting 30 days free. So you're not paying anything. Yesterday, and I don't know if she's on or not, but yesterday we did a drawing. And the person who won yesterday, she won 6 months free of the Gold. We're doing another drawing at the expo, which somebody's going to win a year free of Gold. So again, for those of you that are on the Gold level, you'll have the ability to win that. All right. And again, February, well, we'll go through all that later. All right. Does anybody have any questions about the directory? No question about the directory.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Go ahead.
Mr. Corey, do we have to have a website set up in order to have access to that?
Not have to have a website. Okay.
Okay.
You would want to get one at some point, but you do not have to have a website. Any other questions?
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Go ahead.
My question is, I am representing the university, the chiropractic university. but I also have my own personal practice. Am I able to put my personal practice in the basic one? Is that okay?
Yes. Yes. Oh, and thank you for mentioning this. The directory currently is Taste Urban and Atlanta Black Expo, the only businesses that are going to be allowed to be inside of the directory currently are only businesses that we have done business with or that have been exhibitors at the event. Okay. So don't send this to your cousin or whatever the case is. Oh, get in this directory. No, it's only for those individuals. The reason for that is quality control. We are monitoring what's in there because, again, we want to make sure that everybody's filling out their profile, that it looks a certain way and all that good stuff. We'll explain why that is later. But any of you that are on this call, if you are representing your own business, great. But if you're representing someone else's business, but you have a business, we will allow that. Okay. So you can go ahead and put your information in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any other questions before I bring up Miss Angie?
Oh, I do have one more.
Last one.
With I'm a speaker on the Sunday.
Yep.
The footage that you all get, is that footage going to be available for everyone? How does that work?
We are not recording the speaking, so we're not taking footage.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. But you're welcome to take footage if you like. All right. Angie Sims, tell them why breaking even is whack.
Hey, Corey, you go take yourself a sip of water, please, and breathe in and out.
Thank you.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I love what Corey said earlier, and I think from here on out, I'm going to say that. If you guys do not plan accordingly, you are wasting money. Just so you know, not only wasting money, losing money. You are losing money. I want to hold on to that. Now, one of the things I love to say is that breaking even is whack. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have come to exhibit at the ATL Black Expo and you figured I spent $700 on my exhibitor table, or I invested $500 or even $350 or even $250, as long as I make my money back, I'll be doing good. No, sir, and no, ma'am. If you've come here just to make your money back, you've come to the wrong exhibitor show. You ought to be in the business of getting above all anything you could imagine that you want to make as far as financial returns, as far as relationships, as far as collaborations. That's why you come to the Black Business Super Bowl, because you want to go above and beyond. I tell everybody, set a goal. Set a goal and set that goal right now. Everybody got a sheet of paper. Write down on a piece of paper how much money you want to make from this experience. Not how much money you want to make on Sunday. How much money you want to make from this experience. Shortly, Corey's going to talk to you about how to make money before, during, and after. Write down how much money you want to make. And ladies and gentlemen, if that amount of money, if that goal, if that, whatever that thing is, I want to build 3 more collaborations. I want to do business in South Africa. Whatever that goal is, if it doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. Y'all heard that? Set your goal, whatever that goal is. If it does not absolutely scare you out your with Jesus, then it ain't big enough. Set your goals, get ready for this event. I'm going to come back, Corey. Hopefully you let me come back and talk about a little bit about your table setup, a little bit about how you ought to practice. I want everybody right now, and actually, those of you to set your goal, put that goal in the chat if you don't mind, if y'all not scared. Put that goal in the chat. Let me see how much money y'all want to make. Y'all don't want to see my goal. I got some of my clients on this call. Dr. Linda Bing will tell you how to make a goal that scares you, but then also how to achieve that goal. Please, right now, as Corey is talking, as he's going through table setup, electricity, y'all for sure better let us know right now what you want, because you will lose money if you don't tell us immediately. I need an extra table. I need electricity, blah, blah, blah. But also, I only saw 2 or 3 people's goals. Y'all got enough scared people in here? How many people in here want to set a goal that's going to scare them? Corey, I'm done, because I'm gonna be in this chat harassing people about their goals. Thank you for your time. And bring me back up so I can harass some more
people.
You
already know. I love it. And here's the beauty about what you guys are getting between Angie and I. So, 2 people who are passionate about your success and fearless about you achieving it. We are passionate about your success. Somebody need to write that down. I just came up. We passionate about your success and fearless with you achieving it. And again, anybody who wants to run with us, we are more happy to run alongside of you. So again, and we believe that that can happen for you here with the Atlanta Black Expo. Now, revenue. Now, for those of you that are looking to make some money on Saturday, Sunday, this is going to be important. Most events, most exhibitors, and it's a pet peeve of mine when I hear this, they focus on how much money can I make at the event? How much money am I going to make at the event? That is wrong. It's how much money you're going to make from the event. And the difference between the word at and the word from makes a difference in your actions. That's why it has to be corrected. And I know we're going to shift some minds on this, but it's not making money at the event. It's making money from the event. Now, most events, every event you can make money during the event. Great. Every event you can actually make money after the event. And that's actually the largest amount. But not many events can you make money before the event. Ours you can, and we're going to talk about that. So that's what we want you guys focused on. So we're going to talk about making money before the event. Number one, promote in the Facebook event. Now, for those of you that, you know what? Let me see here. Actually, I'm going to have to do it this way. I'm on this new computer. My computer was acting up, so I'm on a new computer. So I'm going to see if I can get there. And actually, Rhonda, if you have the ability, if you see the event that's on Facebook, if you can put that in the chat, I'm going to see if I can try to get to it on this computer. I haven't logged onto it in this computer, but we have we have an event on Facebook that is up. If you guys have not put your information as far as the event is concerned inside of there, you highly, highly should. Oh, wow. Yep, I guess I did do it on here already. Oh, let me show this to you guys. This is phenomenal. Let me see here. Oh, you guys are going to love this. Let me see. Come on. All right. So here is the event that is on Facebook. If you have, so let me show you some important things in here. Currently, we have 6.5 thousand people that has responded to this. What does that mean? 438 said that they are going, 6,000, little over 6,000 that said that they're interested, and 5,000 that said that they were in, that is invited. What's important about these numbers is here in the discussion, if you guys actually do a post inside of here, then anytime somebody does a post inside of here, not just the people who are going or the people who are interested, but also the people who are invited gets a notification. What that means is even if they did not do anything, somebody just invited them and they haven't even seen it, depending on how their settings are set up, they may still get a notification about this event and get that post. What that means is all of these people are getting notifications, and it's very possible for somebody to start looking at this and they say, oh, mine in my blank. What is that? Mine in matters, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you know what? I want that. And now we'll actually call you and give you money before the event even starts, just by putting your information in here. So if you have not done this yet, you need to do this. If you have not done this yet, you need to do this. Okay. Again, if you want to potentially get some money before the event. If you don't want no money before the event, then don't do it. But highly suggest that you do this. All right. So what you're going to end up doing is you go to, not right now, do this after this call. You get the link, or you find it on Facebook. You click that you're going, invite more people, invite all the people that you know, and then do a post. Now, the only thing that you cannot post inside of here, you can't do it more than once, number one. And two, you cannot post your flyer that has your code for the expo. but everything else you can post. My suggestion is that you put an actual sale in here. Say, hey, talk to us about this, and you make sure you put where they can get it. Okay, hey, we're doing a Atlanta Black Expo sale, but you can get right now. And you may have somebody call you and give you money. I want to make sure that everybody understands that. So you definitely want to make sure that you are doing that. So number one, promote your business in Facebook. So again, dudes, find an event, click the link, say that you're going, do a post. Great. Don't. Only post once. Can't post your flyer with the code. Second thing, for those of you that are product-based, if you come to the expo on Saturday, or excuse me, on Sunday, and you're at your table, and you don't have somebody who has already purchased your product and they're just coming to the event to pick it up, you are losing money. For all of my product-based people, you should be, but let me preface this, product-based without a storefront. If you don't have a storefront, if you don't already have a designated place for people to pick your stuff up, you should use the event for them to pick it up. So you sell it throughout the week. And now what happens is, and let me tell you why. If you are an online business and they buy a product, they have to pay, somebody has to pay for shipping. Either they're paying it or you're paying it. Either way, it's more money out of your pocket. If you're paying it, it's direct money out of your pocket. If they're paying it, let's say it's $5, that's $5 that shipping is getting that you're not getting. So now now the solution is, well, they have to have a place for them to get it. So instead of them shipping it or you meeting them someplace, meet them at the expo. Tell them, hey, come to the expo and pick it up. And they're going to want to come to the expo anyway. Even if you gave them a discount to come, whatever the case is, let me tell you, if you are not doing this, and not just for the expo, for any event that you are exhibiting at, if people aren't coming to said event to pick up product, you are losing money, okay? Service-based people, you should use this event the same way that you would book an appointment with somebody if they were coming to your office. Hey, book appointment, we'll do a demonstration on you, we'll do a little this, that, or the other, whatever the case is. We'll do a consultation with you. We'll show you how the thing works. Hey, book your appointment. Hey, what time you want to come? We're doing 15-minute intervals. What time you want to come? You should be booking stuff there. Just treat it like any other thing. Again, product-based and service-based is everybody on the call. You should not be going to an event, setting up your table, and just waiting to see what happens. No, you make sure stuff happens on the front end so that you're guaranteed to get this stuff regardless of what happens at the event itself. Regardless. Definitely should be doing that, all right? Who wants a free table? Now, inside of the chat, I want to see who wants a free table. Angie, I love this part because we get all these people that say that they want a free table. Put it in the chat. Who wants a free table? I want to see. Everybody say they want a free table, but we'll see what actually happens at the end. Let me see. A couple people said, okay, yep, okay. So let's see who's going to actually do it, the rebate program. Let me tell you guys something. My team thinks I am absolutely crazy for doing this rebate program. Angie included thinks I'm crazy for doing this rebate program. But it makes sense if we do it, and this is talking about working together. Now, how this works is you purchase your exhibitor table. Now, again, for those of you that came in with somebody and you didn't spend any money for your table, you don't qualify for the rebate program. But for everybody who has purchased a table, everybody who purchased a table, you qualify for it, which means you purchase your table. Let's call that table $350. We then email you a flyer with your custom discount code on it. That's going to give an attendee $5 off. Okay, so it takes a ticket that's $35 and reduces it down to $5. This also goes for people who are speakers. If you're a speaker and you don't have a table, you qualify for this as well. That's super important. We're going to talk about this in a minute. So that reduces that ticket from $35 to $30. Now, you share that with everybody, great. Somebody uses your code, they pay the $30, they're happy because they save $5, they get it from us, they're going to spend more. They're happy they got it from you. That 30 goes 100% back to you up to the price of your table. So with that, if you had a $350 table, all you got to get is 12 people to use your code and pay $35, and you would have made all your money back. You're now getting a free table at the event. And we literally write you a check afterwards for that amount, okay? If you referred any exhibitors, you'll get 20% of that, okay? It's that simple. Ticket prices. So currently, these are the ticket prices: $15, $35, $65, and $95. At the basic and premium level, you will get 100% of the ticket price that they pay. At the VIP and VIP Ultimate, you'll get 50% of what they pay. So still, getting anywhere between $10 and $45 for this is huge, especially the premium, especially for the speakers. If you're a speaker, and in order for a person to go to your workshop, they have to get a $35 ticket or higher. So with that, they can't go to your workshop on a $15. $15 only gets them just entry. The premium is where we want most people to be at, because they get to do more stuff. So again, if you're just a speaker, you had 250, you're getting less than 10 people to get a free speaking. No one else is doing that. To be able to speak at an event of this size for free, nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is offering that. So again, those are the opportunities there. Now, for those of you that are in the main room, you have a flyer that looks like this, where we put your logo on the flyer to show that you are a part of this event, and we put your code on there on that. For those of you that are in the overflow room, you will still have a flyer that has your code, which we are getting those together, and hopefully Rhonda can let us know. We should hopefully, I think, have those by tomorrow. But you still will have a flyer that has your code on it. It won't have your logo, but it have your code on it to let people know about the event. All right. Now I'm going to show you guys how this actually works, just so that everybody can see this. So you go back to the event. You can check out the website, all that good stuff. The website looks dope. They go to click to get tickets. It takes them here. Here are the different tickets. So as you can see, 15, they just get entry. The 35 is where most people are going to be on, because it gets the most stuff. You're going to have some people that's going to do the VIP and the VIP Ultimate. Really, the VIP is on Saturday. They get the food tastings. This Ultimate gets the food and liquor tastings, and on Saturday. And these 2 tickets come with the ticket for Sunday. All right. Now they come in here, and where you see, get your ticket. If you have a promo code, enter it, and it tells them exactly what to do. So all of you that have codes, you should try this out. So let's use, I know she's on here. Let's use SAP. I know she's like, yeah, please use my code. If you see here, here's the regular ticket price, $15, $35, all of that. You hit apply. That's then how we see who used your code. Okay. Now, there are going to be some people who, for whatever reason, they don't like saving money, and they may not use your code, but we can still find out if they, who referred them, by doing this. What happens is when they buy their ticket, this comes up, and then it asks them again, how did you hear about the event? They're going to look at this, see none of those, oh, none of these. They click there, it's going to say, be specific, that person gets credit, and they would put your name. So we have 2 chances for them to be able to list you as the person who actually helped them save money. All right. Now, let me go ahead and say this piece so everybody understands. Everyone should have a goal of getting 20 people to this event. Okay. Why is that? We are going to have 200 plus exhibitors. If everybody gets 20 people to this event, that's 4,000 people at this event. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys this. I'm going to be transparent. We talked about this yesterday. It is not the job of the event organizer solely to bring the people. I don't care what event you go to, whether it's my event, whether it's somebody else's event, it is not our job solely to bring the people. It is everybody's job to bring the people. I need to be very clear about it. I want everybody to hear my words. It is everybody's job to bring the people. Now, what I've done is we have created the platform. So we brought together 200 exhibitors all in one place for them to be able to shop, especially in today's economy where people are talking about DEI going away, people talking about these boycotts and stuff like that. So they're looking for solutions. The Atlanta Black Expo is the solution for the boycott, okay? We've created that. Now, the least that all the exhibitors to do, the very least that all the exhibitors do can say, you know what? That makes sense. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to bring my 20 people. Everybody brings their 20 people. We'll have 4,000 people here. Okay. So I say that to you guys to say, and again, and we're going to see what happens on Sunday. I'm hoping that we have 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people. Will you make money if we have 1,000? 100%. But if everybody does their work together, and the reason why we incentivize it is because everybody's looking to save money. So if we say, look, you got a $350 table, but I can show you how to get that table free, you now have $350 to spend on another table someplace else. That's why we do it. We're expanding your marketing budget, all right? But again, you got to do the work. You got to do the work. The same way that we're doing the work to put the stuff together, you guys got to do the work to help to get the people there. So let's see here. We're going to go through this last piece quick, and then we're going to open it up for questions. Marketing platforms. Who should you target? Friends, family, associates, current clients, old clients, potential clients, collaborators. Especially your current clients. You should be talking this week. You should be talking to your current clients. Hey, come see us out here. Your old clients. Hey, I know you haven't given us money in a little bit. Come on back. Your friends and family definitely need to be out there. Again, come out and support you. Potential clients. Hey, potential client, how about I buy a ticket for you to come to the event? You come see me. You buy a ticket, you get the rebate program. That money's going right back to you, so it didn't cost you anything. You're getting that money right back, right? Collaborators, all that. Marketing platforms, Facebook, tag your friends, put the pictures of your stuff, put your link, put your flyer, and include it, especially this week. I only have 7 discounted tickets left. Hey, first come, first serve. Put that in there. You got to put that action item in there, letting them know, hey, I only have this number left, whatever. You have more than that, but put that in there, right? Instagram, again, doing the post, putting your pictures, putting your flyer, emails. I've seen a handful of you guys, not a lot of you guys, do emails. Definitely should do that. Put the pictures of your stuff, the link, the flyer. Again, I only have 7 discount tickets. Some of you guys that are savvy, text messages. What I would do is write down 20 people's names, and specifically reach out to these people and have a list of getting your ticket. Let me tell you, Angie, the people who actually get a free table is the one who's very specific about it. It's like, yo, I need to invite this person, and I'm checking up on them, making sure they're coming, whatever, because I want to get my free table.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're sending out these texts, let them know the same thing. Website, I've seen people do pop-ups. LinkedIn, you can post it there. Again, use your team. You have a flyer. It shouldn't just be you doing your flyer. Call your friends. I had a friend of mine today call me and say, what can I do to help? Hey, take this flyer and let other people know about the event. Post it on yours. Mm-hmm. Have your friends post your flyer on their stuff with your code. Angie, we've been making this too easy. Anybody have any questions about making money before the event?
Yeah, I told you already, you crazy, so.
Already, listen.
Can we get
if we got to force success, we're going to force success. So, any questions?
Yes, how do we find our flyer? I saw my name on the spreadsheet, but I can't find my flyer under the exhibitor flyers.
So if your flyer is not there, then are you in the overflow room?
I didn't think so.
Okay. Put in the chat to Rhonda to put your name and all that, and she'll let you know where your flyer is. Worst case scenario, just use a regular flyer. If you have your code, just use a regular flyer and go ahead and send it out just with that, okay? Any other questions?
Thank you.
I have a question.
Angie, I should ask the question now. Now who's going to get a free table, right?
Right.
I have a question, but it's more about scheduling. Do you want me to hold on to that question, or is now a good time to ask?
Let's hold on to that one. Yep. Any other questions regarding rebate program? We've also been sending out, I sent out an email, I think a couple of days ago. We'll probably be sending out another one tomorrow regarding who's code's been already used. Cynthia, Keyspot, you see that your code has already been used. Some people are getting codes. Here's the beauty, guys. Unfortunately, our people like to wait till the last minute to get tickets. We get 50 to 75% of our ticket sales 72 hours, 3 days before the event. So we're really talking about Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, okay? But they need to know it now, and even before, to put it on their calendar. So even if you send it out now, they might not buy yet, but they're putting it on their calendar, stuff like that. Tell you guys, make sure that you're doing this tonight. Tomorrow you're doing a post. Savvy people's going to do a post one today, just reminding people, hey, come out to this, come out to this, come out to this, all right? Any questions before we get to the next one? Nope, let's do it. So making money during the event. Again, most people are used to making money during the event. That's typically what they have in their head. But the question is, how are they doing it? Really quick, you want to understand why doing what's called event-based marketing is so important, because a person who comes to an event is more likely to do something else you want them to do. This is why event-based marketing works better than like social media and stuff like that. Because you guys all know anybody can be at home and clicking a like, whatever the case is. But if they physically get to someplace, they spent money, spent time to get there, they're now more apt to do something else. This means that everybody that comes to the event is your target market, okay? Is your ideal client, because they've spent money, they wanted to be here. So again, you want to make sure that you take advantage of this time there. Now, setting up your table. Go ahead, Angie. I know you want to hit this piece.
Hey, you know this. Okay, great. Listen, guys, the more inviting your space is, the more likely people are going to want to spend time with you in the experience that you create. So did y'all hear me say experience? I didn't say table. I didn't say anything but experience. Your exhibitor space should be an inviting experience. Don't let it look like this. You shouldn't be throwing up on your table. It should have clear and concise branding. People should know what your business is, even if they don't have an opportunity to talk to you. So you see this particular exhibitor booth has a retractable banner. It has a tablecloth branded. And you may not necessarily have the funds to do all of this super branding at this time. Do as much as you can. Use similar colors, all your logo colors, all your branding colors. People should want to take pictures in front of your exhibitor space. Now, you can do this very simply. You can go to the dollar, what I call $1.25 store now, and make sure that you use containers that match your brands and do things different and practice, practice, practice. But by all means, please make sure that your space is organized. People should come up to your exhibitor space and say, wow, what is this? I want to know more about this. And it's all about the people that you have in charge, creating experience. I love this booth. This was actually at our first Black Expo. This particular exhibitor brought some furniture in from their living room, which is what I always do. My husband's always wondering, where's this plant? Where's this chair? Because whenever I'm doing an event, I take all types of stuff out of my house and create an experience. Again, the more inviting that your booth is, the more people will want to come to it. Draw people in so that once you have a conversation with them, they already know what you have to offer. And I love when Corey's going to get to the part where he talks about who you should have with you. You should have somebody dispensing out whatever it is or selling your item, doing the transactions. You should have somebody there also talking about the business. But most importantly, you should have somebody there that's connecting. One of our people, Angela Pinnell, I'm going to shout you out real quick, girl. This girl said that one of her goals is 100 contacts, 25 first-time buyers, 10 listings, and 50 appointments. You go, girl.
Love that.
Diversify what you want is. And Corey's going to talk about why the most important thing you're going to get this day is going to be contacts. And he'll get to that shortly.
And we're gonna show them how to do that. And if any of you guys have any questions about this, excuse me, about making your table look a certain way, just shoot us an email. And what I'll do is I'll send it over to Angie, and she would love to tell you, because this is what she does. Loves. Right? Especially, we had somebody yesterday who was at our event and was like, yo, I'm a service-based person. I don't know what to put on my table. Yo, there's so many different things as service-based companies that you can put on your table. Actually, I'm gonna give y'all a quick one. With my tax business, I've exhibited so many places. Let me tell you what my number one moneymaker was. Mint. I would get the soft, big, melt in your mouth mints, and people would look at my table and they'd be like, oh, taxes. And they say, keep on. But then they see the mints and they stop. They're like, oh, can I have a mint? Hey, yeah, take a mint, take a card. And now taking a card or them taking a mint would now open up the conversation. I have made a ridiculous amount of money just because of these mints.
Did you say ridiculous?
Ridiculous.
I love it.
Ridiculous amount of money from these mints. So again, so product-based people, keep it simple. You do not need to bring the whole store, all right? Keep it simple. Just do 2 to 5 apples for them to sample, great, and then display other items to show where they can purchase, especially if you don't have a storefront. Why don't you bring the whole store? Because you need to train your clients. You need to train them on how to purchase from you when you're not at an event. If you don't do this, then they're going to be waiting for you to be at an event every time for them to actually purchase something from you. But if you train them and say, listen, hey, here's what it looks like, but you go online to purchase it. Now, will they be not happy that they can't get it right there? They might feel some type of way, but at the end of the day, if they really like the product, guess what they're going to do? They're going to do the same thing that they do with Amazon, go online and actually purchase it that way. That way, you don't have to bring the whole store with you. You want to train your clients on that. Again, so where they can purchase and have some gift cards for them. Service-based, sell your service, demonstrate your service. Now, for some of you guys have services, they probably won't purchase the service right then and there and get it. Some might. But what you can do is think about if you have a service to where some people say, look, I'm going to give you a coupon and you're going to get $50 off if you come in, in the next 30 days, 90 days, whatever. Great. I have an idea to that. What if you told them, well, listen, instead of you doing a coupon, you do a gift card. You sell the gift card for $10 and you tell them, hey, listen, it's $10, but if you come in within the next 90 days, it's going to be valued at $50. Now, what just happened? You gave them something that was a non-financial decision. They can part with $10. But now what happened is you gave it more value. So now they're thinking, oh, wow, I'm getting an extra 40, which you were already going to give them $50 off anyway. Best case scenario, they use the gift card, you give them the $50 off, which would have only been 40, and you now have gotten a client. Worst case scenario, they pay the 10, you never see them again, but you still got 10, which is more than 0. Listen, highly suggest that you put different things like that in place, all right? Good. Savory and sweet people. Again, for you guys, you're not selling at the event, but you're doing tastings. Let me tell you something. You guys should, I'm not going to even go there. You want to make sure that they're tasting, but again, you're discussing future events, giving them ideas on when to use you. Yeah, they know that that Easter is coming up. They know that Mother's Day is coming up, but they may not know to use you at their anniversary event, at graduation, for an Easter egg, whatever the case is. You want to give them ideas on when they can use you, all right, and discuss future events. And do the same thing. Hey, if you buy now something, you can get, buy 3 now, you get 3 free, or whatever the case is if you do it right now, right? Especially if they've tried it. Beverages, same thing. Discuss resales, where they can get the product located, subscription plans. Products, we talked about that. Make sure how to make money, sell your product and services. Make sure that you have, there's not going to be a lot of people using cash, okay? We're going to tell people not to bring a lot of cash, but some people are still going to bring it. But you want to make sure that you have some options for the cash people, but also using Cash App, Venmo. Also, our title sponsor is Clover. So for those of you that need some payment processing, you can definitely use Clover. Have a QR code there. Again, pre-orders, special sales, today only, upsells. Also have your team, teach your team to sell so that you're not the one that's only selling. Everybody at your table should know how to sell and to be able to take the sale to where you're not the only one taking the transaction, whatever the case is. You have other people doing it. Excuse me. And engagement equals more profits. It is a pet peeve of mine when I go to an event and I see somebody sitting behind their table. Listen, 100% of the time, somebody asks me, hey, would you like to come over to see? 100% of the time, I say yes. Doesn't mean I have to buy anything, but I still come over, and I was just happy that they invited me. If these people have spent money to come out to see you, to the very least you can do is engage with them. And again, engagement equals profits. I can't tell you how many events that I've had where one person was sitting behind the table, another person was sitting above the table, and they're sitting right next to each other, and the person behind the table was like, yeah, I didn't have a good event. The other person was like, yo, I had a great event, made lots of money. Again, engagements equals more profits. Tables must have Highly suggest that you have your business cards, physical business cards. I know everybody getting into the technology thing, physical business cards. You want to have some lead behind. Table signs with your social media, table signs with your payment options. They should be able to know how much something is, how they can get it without having to ask you a whole lot of questions. Gift cards, raffle to get their data for sign-up sheet. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And Wi-Fi. If you need Wi-Fi, highly suggest that you go to your phone carrier, get an external Wi-Fi hotspot to have that there. The Wi-Fi wasn't too bad in the space. I was actually kind of surprised, but who's to say that it's going to work like that on that day? So you definitely want to make sure that you have that. Retractable banners. If you do not have a retractable banner for your business, I highly suggest that you get one. If you have a banner, but it's not a retractable, you cannot hang anything on the walls. You need to get these. These are super great for events like this, especially if you have a QR code on the banner so that for whatever reason you're not there, they can scan the code, take them exactly where you want them to be. Now, extra table.
Hold on 1 second, Corey, really quick. I want to say that if you don't have a retractable banner and you want to get one, there is still time. I have 2 different options of places where you can get them and they'll give them back to you in 24 hours. Just want to say that.
So if you need that, make sure you message Angie. Now, let's talk about this. So when it comes to extra tables, currently, and let's just talk about the 10 by 10 space, okay? Regardless of what size your space is, let's talk about 10 by 10. We are providing you with the table and 2 chairs. If you would like another table inside of your 10 by 10 space, then you can do that. If you bring your own table, there's no cost, it's free. If you have us provide the table, you can, it'll charge you $50. Now, in this space here, this is a 10 by 10, they put it behind them, so they're still within their 10 by 10 space. In this one here, they put it behind them like this. They're still within their 10 by 10 space, they're good. This is the only time when you stacking it like this or stacking it like this to where you need to get extra space. You need to get extra space. You need to let us know that so that you need to purchase extra space, okay? Again, you can bring your own table as long as it fits into your own space, and you won't be charged for that. If you want us to have the table, then it's $50. Any questions on that? No questions?
I do have a question.
Go ahead.
Can we bring our tent?
So when it comes to tents, I'm checking with the space now to find out if we can do that. I will be sending out an email regarding that. Right now, you can bring the tent, but be prepared that you might not be able to put the tent up, okay? Just be prepared for that. But again, I'm checking to find out if tents is gonna be a challenge, okay?
All right, thank you.
Yep. Any other questions? Boy, Angie, we're making some good time. All right, no other questions.
Really quickly though, Corey, the table size is a 6-foot table that we provide.
Yep, 6x3 table. Yep, that we're providing.
Hi, Corey.
Yep. Hi, Ursula.
So while I was listening, I went to the AtlantaBlackExpo.com and it's giving me a different it's giving me something other than your website.
It's ATLBlackExpo.com.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Any other questions?
I do have a question. I know you said in the last meeting that we cannot have helium balloons, but can we have balloons that we blow up?
You can have, and thank you for bringing that up. You can have, excuse me, balloons that you blow up. You cannot have helium balloons. There will be no helium balloons allowed in the space.
So we have a few, but they're blow up. They look like helium, but it's not gonna be helium in it. We have to blow them up by mouth.
That's fine, as long as there's not helium in it to where they rise themselves.
No, it doesn't.
Yep, wonderful.
Okay, one more question. If we want the link to add the table and do the electrical outlet, are you gonna put the link in this chat?
No, I'm gonna send an email out for that tomorrow. Yep.
Okay. All right, thank you. I just missed that. Thank you.
Really quickly, your exhibitor space does also include 2 fold-down chairs.
Yes.
Okay, last question, Corey. I just went to the Eventbrite.
Okay.
And I put in the promo code GROW and it says, sorry, we don't recognize that code.
All right, put that in the chat too, Rhonda.
Okay.
All questions regarding your code, please reach out to Rhonda. Rhonda, your code and your flyer, please.
Yep.
I
Real
have
good.
A question. Are we able to bring speakers?
You can bring speakers, but the volume needs to only be impactful to you, meaning the person on the sides of you should not be like, yo, this is impacting us. Okay?
Got it.
You want to just have some ambiance in there, that's fine, but it should not impact the person that's right next to you.
Thank you.
Good question.
One more question.
Else? So one more.
Went to Eventbrite. I did get the 4 tickets that we have. The $35 tickets, for some reason, I had an issue with that. You said to talk to Wanda about that?
The $35 tickets will not be given out that way. We're giving those to you at the event itself.
Okay. So we just need to register for the 4. So I did that. Okay.
That's correct. Yep.
Okay. Got it.
Thank you. So let's jump into this one and then we'll open up at the end. Making money after the event. So we talked about before, we've talked about during, let's talk about after. After is your largest opportunity to make money. Doing it before is capped because there's only so much time that you have. Doing it during is capped because there's only so much time that you can do it. Making money after is your largest bucket of money to be made. So this is where you really want to make sure you're paying attention to this. But in order to make money after, you have to understand what's called customer lifetime value, or the LTV, which most business owners don't understand this. LTV is your sales price of your average customer. Let's say that your average customer pays, and it's a hypothetical number, $10, okay? How often would they make that similar purchase? Let's say 10 times a year. When most businesses think that their average customer is $10, then they treat it like $10. And sometimes they sit behind their table, they're not really engaged with this person because they're treating it like it's $10. They don't, maybe somebody walks away and they're like, oh, whatever, it's just $10. No. It's higher than that. How often would they make that similar purchase? Let's say 10 times. How many years would they make it for? Let's say 20. What that means is they're worth $100 for the year. And if they do it for 20 years, this client is now worth $2,000 to you, okay? The next question is, will they refer anyone to you? Let's say they referred person B to you. So now person B does the same thing. Person B is worth $2,000. Person A is now worth $4,000. So their customer lifetime value is higher, okay? You want to understand that now to show the value of every person that walks past your table. And again, if you know this and it sinks in, your actions are typically different when engaging with these people. So with that, you want to have that. So at the event, the next piece to actually get monies after the event is based on data capture. You have to capture their information. What information are we talking about? You need to make sure, to the very least, that you have a mechanism that's getting their first name, email address, and phone number, to the very least. For some of you savvier people, you'll be able to get their age, their sex, their ethnicity, their interests. Some savvy people will be able to now put these people in categories. My customers that bought from me today are here. My hot leads, my warm leads, and my general are over here. You want to make sure that you are categorizing these people out. And then fortune's in the follow-up. Everybody knows it, but nobody does it. How do we follow up? You enter them into a CRM system. If you're on this call right now and you don't know what a CRM system is, you probably don't have one. It's a customer relationship management system or an email marketing management system. They do kind of the same things. You want to have one of those, like a MailChimp, Constant Contact, HubSpot, whatever the case is. You need to have this for your business. If you do not have a CRM system or an email marketing management system in your business, you are losing money. If you have one and you're not using it, you are losing money. I'm almost about to say, if you don't have one, or you have one you're not using, and you're about to exhibit at an expo, why are you wasting your time? Okay, the customer relationship management is so important and critical to your business, because again, that is the tomorrow money. Everybody can make today money. That's easy. Can you make tomorrow money, which is longer? Okay, you want to send a thank you email to the people. Thank you for coming to our booth. Thank you for trying this out. Thank you for purchasing something. We really, really appreciate you. Add them to your newsletter. And newsletter, when I say newsletter, it doesn't have to be intricate. If you are not sending out an email once a month, reminding people of what you do, you are losing money. Period, point blank. You got to do that. That's where the slow drip campaign comes in. That's where other people are going to start now seeing you, whether they met you a year ago. I had a lady who, and SO, you'll love this. I had a lady who contacted me, this was years ago, and she said, hey, I've been on your list for 5 years. I'm now ready to do my taxes when I was marketing my tax business. She had 5 years of taxes to do, and she was a business customer. This person was about $2,500 of income to me. And keep in mind, the only reason why she called me was because I was the only one who was sending her emails for 5 years every week. H&R Block wasn't doing that. Jackson Hewitt wasn't doing that. How many commercials did they have? A ton. But she called me because of the slow drip. So again, you want to send these email reminders, call your customers to check on the product and results. If somebody purchases from you, and this happens so much every time when I go to an event and there's exhibitors, I buy something from, some of the exhibitors every time because I support small businesses. 99% of the time when I do this, I do not get a phone call. I do not get an email saying, hey, thank you for buying that. How was it? You bought this, how would you like to buy this? You bought this, you might now like this. Everybody should know that a current client is easier to get more money from them than a new client. But they don't do these things. Why? Because they don't have these things set up. So you guys want to make sure that you have these things set up in your business. Types of follow-up, email. Email's easy. Text message marketing. Again, following up that way. And I'll go ahead and give you guys a hack. If you meet somebody at the event, they give you their contact information, especially if they're a client, while you're just sitting there, you should say, hey, I really appreciate you coming to our booth and buying this. Thank you. I really hope you like it. Let's definitely stay in contact. I promise you, if somebody buys something from you, and then while they're walking around, they get a text message from you saying thank you, it's going to make them feel good, and they're more apt to buy from you again. Mass text messages, phone calls, written letters, etc. All right. Does anybody have any questions regarding follow-up, CRM sister, capturing data? If there's anything that you get out of this call, it's this one, data capture. I know we talked about a lot of stuff today, but you want to make sure that you are doing this in your business. You need to make sure that you do data capture for an event of this size, okay? Any questions?
Yeah, I've got a question. This is Titus.
Go ahead.
About the data capture, do you have recommend a program that I can use that quickly can get someone's name, email address, whatever, while they're at the table? And I've got my own CRM, but do you have a recommendation for like some type of app or program that's easier than just giving someone a clipboard and a pen to write down their name?
Right. So most times when people ask me, do I have any recommendation? I say, whatever one that you're going to use. One easy one is JotForm. So you guys have filled out a lot of forms with us through JotForm. JotForm is super easy. You can literally create a form that has on there, which I've seen some people do it, which actually works out really well. You create one form and you can literally say their first name, last name, email address. They can literally put whatever information you want them to do. Excuse me. They can put on there where you met them so you can keep track of that. And literally, you can put a QR code to that link, taking them there so they can do it on their phone. And that's right there. Like I said, whatever you're going to use, make sure you use it and you think about that now. Titus, you bring up a very good question. You start thinking about this stuff right now before the event, because again, you're going to be in front of hundreds, if not thousands of people, and you want to figure out a way, how am I going to capture this information, number one? How am I going to follow up with them? How am I going to remember who was? And you want to make sure that you have a system on doing that. Good question. Any other questions? No other questions? Well, I thought I was going to get some questions on this one.
You mean about data capture specifically?
Yes. And then I'm going to, once we got 2 more slides, and then we'll bring it back around to other questions. But does anybody have any questions about data capture?
One thing I want to say this, Corey, though, really quickly. I know that some of us have really fancy systems. Some of you that are just now exhibiting for the first time, or maybe you haven't gotten this thing down to a science yet. This is absolutely, although we're telling you there's lots of ways you're losing money, please understand that Corey and I, we all want you to be successful. So this is an absolute no shade zone. However, your goal should be to get contacts. Even if you do have nothing but a sheet of paper, it has to have name, has to have phone number, has to have minimum have email address. And at the top of that sheet of paper, you can say ATL Black Expo, so that you know when you do those follow-ups, as your team members are packing up your stuff for your exhibitor booth, you can be following up with those people right there. Please don't miss the opportunity to collect contacts.
Thank you for saying that, Angie. Thank you for saying that. Yes. So if you want to do electronic, do that. Or if you want to do the other way that works, writing it down with a clipboard, put that on there. That works too. Whatever's going to work for your business. Okay. I'm surprised nobody asked me this question, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you. The next question should have been, which maybe everybody knows it. Well, wait a minute. What do I offer to them to have them give me their contact information? I know everybody knows that answer, but for the people who are going to watch this video later, they can find out.
I don't know it. Tell me.
Right. So you want to give them some type of offer, whether that, and it doesn't even always have to be money. Like I will tell you to offer them, hey, we do a consultation to our business. Nobody wants that. You could do, if you want to do money, you can do a $50 gift card. You can do a $50, and not to your shirts, but like to a Visa gift card. Here's cash. People love that. You can talk to some of the other exhibitors, purchase something with one of the other exhibitors and say, hey, we purchased this hat. We're now raffling this hat off. We'll purchase this. We're now raffling this off, right? You can also do, hey, we do different raffles ourselves throughout the month where we give out free product. Would you like to be a part of that? Yeah. Hey, we do events where sometimes we go to events, we do different invites. Would you like to be a part of that? You come up with something that is going to be not interesting to you, but interesting for them to want to be able to give you your information. All right. Hey, we send out tips on money making, not as sexy, but they might be interested in that. Hey, we send out information about all the different happenings that are happening around Atlanta. If that's what your business does, then great, send that out. Again, you want to make sure that you have it in your head of what you're going to be offering these people for them to want to sign up to what it is that you have. Because I promise you, if you don't have that, it's going to be hell for them to do it. All right. Cool. I'm going to do the do's. Angie's going to do the don'ts. And then we're going to open this up for other questions. Do, please make a plan and practice. Please, again, this is the Super Bowl, the Black Business Super Bowl. Make a plan and practice. Do something every day regarding this and getting ready for it. Bring a helper. Don't do this stuff by yourself. Design a table that attracts. Again, especially service-based people where you typically don't know. Let me tell you, you can literally put flowers and stuff like that, candy, stuff like that, just something that's going to make you attractable to the eye. Engage with your guests. Make sure that you are smiling. Make sure that you're feeling good. If you're not feeling around being people around that day, don't be there, okay? Do not be there that day if you don't feel like being around people. But when you come there, you put your game face on and you're being nice. Again, these people have gotten in their car, spent money to come see. The very least you can do is greet them with a smile. Make an offer for later. Hey, listen, let's do this. Let's do this. Put this on the calendar for us to do this. Again, collect contacts and engage with other vendors. I can't stress. On Saturday, when you guys are setting up, come early, set your stuff up, and then walk around to some of the other exhibitors. Maybe help them set theirs up, network with them, whatever the case is. And especially during the day. If there's 500 people that come to this event, will it still be successful? 100%. Why? Because there's 200 other exhibitors. And let me tell you, you will not be able to meet all of them. All right. So I say that to you to say, I hear so many people get so enthralled with how many people are there. Listen, the people who are there, you take advantage of everybody that's there. Everybody that's there. So with that, make sure that you engage with the other vendors. Angie, go ahead and hit them with these don'ts.
Okay, so please don't wing it. I'm gonna let y'all know right now that I'm one of the dopest coaches in the streets. Y'all hear that? I'm gonna let y'all in on a little insight. You guys don't know this. Corey knows this, and a few people. Dr. Bing knows this, but I'm actually in the hospital right now, and I've been in the hospital for the last year. I have a rare disease that came out of nowhere. But do y'all hear me? Do I sound like I'm not the dopest chick in the street? Because I still am. I'm still her. Even though I'm still her, I do not wing it. Please rehearse. And that means including what your exhibitor space looks like. Everybody got a 6-foot table in their house. If they don't, you got a floor. I spent plenty of time decorating, setting up my tables on my floor, taking pictures of it, and then making sure the rest of my team knows what that looks like so that they can set up in case I'm running a little behind, or maybe I'm talking to another exhibitor about a huge collaboration. We're going to make 200 grand together, right? Please don't wing it. Practice, practice, practice what your exhibitor space looks like. And I'm going to go a step further. I heard Corey say a minute ago, if you don't feel like you in the mood for smiling, don't come. Forget that. Come. Push through it. Get through it. Meet your clients. Meet your collaborators. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. Don't not come. You best to show up and you best to show out. This is the ATL Black Expo that I am helping Corey to plan from my hospital bed. Now, what's y'all's excuse? Show up and show out. Please don't sit behind your table. Don't disengage. These people came out to meet you. They want to know about this incredible thing that you're doing. Stand outside of you. I don't even get, listen, Corey, he way better than me because I don't even give my folks chairs. Y'all hear me? Because ain't no reason to sit down when you was excited about your business as what you ought to be. You should be standing up in front of your table. Hey, I see you with that blue sweater on, girl. That's my favorite color. Come on over here. Let me tell you about these widgets I got to talk to you about. Not sell you, what thing I can show you, what I'm giving you an opportunity for. Please don't use your devices and ignore your clients. Please, please, please. Listen, if y'all got a cluttered space, you best believe I'm going to hear about it. I will be watching. And I will be making phone calls, right? And please don't miss out on the opportunity for the future money that, listen, I love it. I love when people say the Spirit is telling me, and this one, all this is God. Don't miss out on what God has for you.
Love it, love it. And lastly, again, as we talked about, it's the Black Business Super Bowl, okay? Again, this is a reminder. This might be some of the largest event that some of you guys have been for the year. Make sure that you put time on your calendar, especially with marketing this event for these next couple of days. What I would suggest, and again, everything that we give are suggestions. Every day, you put a little time. It could be 15 minutes on your calendar to say, hey, I'm going to send this out. I'm going to send my flyer out. I'm going to call some people. I'm going to make sure that people are coming, whatever. I'm going to have that plan. Again, use your team. Leverage that time. All right? That's it. So with that, let's open this up for any questions.
Hey,
I
I'll
got
go ahead.
one. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Marcia.
Hey, I'll jump in. So as far as the scheduling, so we have our 2.5-hour time slot where we have 3 performers that are signed up. I created a spreadsheet for there are others who are also performing or doing something, but they're not going to be on the stage, but they still need to coordinate timing.
Yeah. Let's do this, Marcia. Let's talk about.
I sent you a spreadsheet, but my question is, who else should I send it to? Because I don't want to discuss it here necessarily, but who else do I need to send that sheet to?
Just me for right now. And I'll send it to the right people.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So
and I sent it to you. So yeah, just look out for it.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yep. That's what I need.
Friday.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a question, Corey.
Go ahead.
Are we still going to be able to pay to put our marketing materials in the bags you're giving away to the guests?
Yes. So the email that we're sending out tomorrow, and I'm going to go ahead and prepare you guys. The email that we're sending out tomorrow is going to be pretty much, let's call it a finale email that's going to have everything that you guys might need in it. One of those things is going to be, we are going to have gift bags. We'll have about 1,000 gift bags for the first 1,000, or our members. We'll figure out who we're actually giving them to that are coming into the event. If any of the exhibitors want to put an item inside of that bag, you can. There's only a $25 charge for that, but you have the ability to do that. That is going to be on the email that we send out tomorrow. So what'll happen is, the email that we send tomorrow, there's going to be several things. It's going to be pretty much a form where it's going to say last minute stuff. So if you still need to get, power, still need to get a table, still need to get that, put the stuff in the bag, all of that stuff will be there. Okay. Good question.
Corey, did we,
have a
I don't know if
question.
we mentioned earlier, you have the ability also, if you don't have an exhibitor space and you want your retractable banner to be represented, there's also an opportunity for that as well. We're going to have a
Yes.
networking pavilion specifically for businesses to go do speed networking, to put your business cards down in the general space, and also to display a retractable banner if that's something you want to also invest in.
Yep. Thank you. Kisa, go ahead.
Yes, are we limited to our space that we have, or can we move around, like if we have samples to give away or things like that, or hand out cards to people?
You
Like
can
maybe
move. You
somebody
can
from our
move around
team.
if you have your team stuff. Just again, we ask everybody to be respectful about that. But yes, you can move around. Yes.
Okay.
Are you going to tell us the name of the street to enter, to unload, or is that
I
going to
am.
be in
I'm
the
going to get you all
email
the
tomorrow?
directions there. I'm going to get you all the directions there.
That's for tomorrow. Okay.
Question, Corey.
Go ahead, Zoe.
For the setup, there's not going to be any dividers or anything we can hang our banner on. Will we have to bring like our own setup for our banner, like a stand?
So when it comes to the banners, for everybody who's on the main floor, there will be pipe and drape, not on the sides of you, but behind you. So you can put something behind you to hang it up on there. Those of you that are in the overflow room, there is no pipe and drape in there for you. So you would have to have a retractable banner.
Hey, Corey, can I add something?
Go ahead.
In terms of the retractable banners, they have several options on Amazon that can come the very next day. You may want to check that out.
Yep. Thank you for that. Any other questions?
This is Valerie Harris. I have a retractable banner, but I need help getting a QR code. Is there someone that could help me with that?
Yep. Put that in the chat, Valerie, and there'll be somebody to answer that question for you.
Thank you.
Let me tell you, we're a resource. If you guys have a question about where to do things, go ahead and put it in the chat. Somebody's going to know that answer. So go ahead and use it.
Hello, Corey.
Last question. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm sorry I was late to the meeting, so you may have covered this. But from the original diagram, the diagram has changed. So therefore, in the initial preview, we had an end tab. Now we're kind of in the middle. Is there a way to subsidize the end tab now, or everything's set and firm?
No, so the numbers have changed, not necessarily your table location. The numbers have changed, but not necessarily your table location. For some people, your table location has changed, but it's not a huge change. So again, all of that's going to be sent out tomorrow as far as your table numbers and the locations of it. Okay.
Thanks, Corey.
But if you were on an end cap before, then 99 times out of 100, you're still on an end cap. If your table has moved, you're moved to a comparable or better position. And again, it's based on the growth that we had with this. Okay.
Great.
Awesome. One more question. Go ahead.
Okay, so I asked in the chat, but is there going to be a schedule for the workshops?
There will be a schedule. Yep, it's already actually on the website.
Okay,
but
awesome.
they're getting more added daily. So yes.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
And at the venue, we're going to have signs next to every stage, and we'll have, the time everyone is speaking in the names for those people that got them in time for it to be pre-printed.
Yes. And for all of the, and thank you for actually asking that question. For all of the exhibitors, all the tables will get two $35 tickets, which includes the workshops. So as you're an exhibitor, if you want to go to any of the workshops, you have the ability to do so. Your staff tickets will not get the ability to go to the workshops, but in the email that I send tomorrow, there will be a link to where if you want to quote unquote upgrade any of those staff tickets to the $35 level, you'll get really a $15 discount. So it'd make it $20 instead of $35. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Highly suggest that as attendees, or excuse me, as vendors, you guys go to the website, look at some of these workshops that are happening. And if there's anything that actually you're interested in, to put that on your calendar. And while you're at the event, especially if you're having a team, you tell the team, hey guys, I would be back. I'm going to go learn about this AI. I'm going to go learn about this. I'm going to go learn about this. And then you come back to your table. Okay.
Excuse me, what, I'm on the site now. What specifically says are the workshops under? Because I looked under
speakers. If you
under
look at the top where it says speakers, it'll have the workshops.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So with that, we're going to adjourn this. Let me go ahead and say this, and I want to be crystal clear with my words. Excuse me. This is the Black, and I've said it multiple times, but I'm really trying to impress upon you guys the opportunity that each and every one of you guys have, okay? Right now, some of you guys work for companies that have just got rid of DEI program, okay? I personally could not imagine working for a company and they then got rid of a DEI program. They still want me to come to work on time the next day. This is me personally, okay? We're also talking about these boycotts and stuff like that, okay? Atlanta is #1 in Black businesses. #1. But we don't have a Black business Super Bowl. We don't have something that's celebrating these Black businesses. I have been very clear with this from the beginning. The Atlanta Black Expo should be a city initiative. Every city should produce a Black Expo. Every city should. It should not be on the shoulders of my company to do. But they weren't doing it. So we created it, okay? So, and I'm being very clear about it just so you guys can understand really what's happening with all of this. Our company typically, it shouldn't be doing this. Again, it should be a city initiative just because of how big this is. And I knew it was big, but it really became apparent when we went from 36,000 square feet to 105. I say all that to you guys to say is we are super passionate about you guys making money and being successful at this event. If you do not make money from this event, it is 100% your fault. I want to be very clear about that because there's so many things that we are putting in this event to make you successful that and I'm going to be straight, not everybody takes advantage of it. Hey, that's okay. We're going to be here. And for those of you that actually heed this warning, for those of you that actually put this stuff on your calendar and be like, you know what? This does seem like a pretty big deal. Maybe I need to rearrange my schedule a little bit and actually like implement some of this stuff. Let me watch this video again just to see, oh, damn, I didn't even think about it like that, whatnot. Let me tell you something. Zoe is on this call. She is 9 years old and has been on all 3 of these calls. All 3 of these calls. And she's 9. And the last event that I saw her at, her table was phenomenal. Let me tell you something who is going to be a person that you're going to have to deal with in business one day is Zoe. And when I sat and I asked Zoe, what do you want to do when you grow up? Zoe looked me dead in my eyes, said, a business owner. I said, that's what I'm talking about. It was a trick question and you got it right. I say this to you guys to say, not all of us was as fortunate as Zoe to learn this stuff at 9. Angie, could you imagine if this stuff that we going through, we learned it? I didn't learn this stuff when I was 9. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say all this to you guys to say, I really want to make sure that you guys are set up for success, okay? So with that, please make sure that you're going through this. The biggest thing that I want you guys to focus on, the biggest thing I want you to focus on is letting people know that the Atlanta Black Expo exists. That's the biggest challenge that we have right now, that it exists. And that's why we're doing the rebate program, because if we all work together, we can make this thing huge, all right? So with all that being said, I love each and every one of you. We are still getting, obviously, some things together for coming up on Saturday or Sunday. I will go ahead and also preface this. This is our first time, my first time, doing an event at the Georgia World Congress Center. So I am still learning them, okay? Some things I'm loving, some things not loving, but that's a relationship, okay? We are going to be back at the Georgia World Congress Center next year, and I'm still trying to figure out where we're going to be and all that good stuff. I say that to you to say, I do not anticipate everything working smoothly because that's just not how events go. But I want everybody to know that our goal is for you to have a positive experience. So I'm going to ask for everybody's patience. Okay, it's our first year doing this at this event, okay? I have my team, and I want to say thank you to Angie. I want to say thank you to Rhonda. I want to say thank you to Linda, everybody who's on my team that's part of it, because let me tell you, again, we should have gotten a big check from the city saying, hey, you guys put this on our behalf. That didn't happen, okay? So we are making it happen, and let me tell you guys, I am so excited that we are bringing the Atlanta Black, y'all are part of the Atlanta Black Expo. Man, listen, boy, y'all better. All right, I got 2 questions, and then we're gonna end it. I want somebody to unmute themselves. I got you, Angie. I got you. I want somebody to unmute yourself and give me a nugget. Give me a nugget that you heard. Something that you heard today that you said, you know what, I'm going to implement this in my business. I want one person to unmute themselves. Somebody who hasn't asked no questions, somebody who we haven't heard none from, somebody like that. Do I got to call somebody? Everybody shy? Everybody shy, huh?
I'm
Okay,
not
give me
shy.
some. Brittany Wise, go ahead and hit him. Go ahead. Go ahead, Angela. And then Brittany. Man, y'all, what we doing, y'all? Come on, Brittany.
Passionate about
passionate about my business. I love that you said that. And I'm going to implement that within myself, my business, and don't sue me, but make some money off of that.
Ain't even, listen, we here, take it, do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it. There's more than, listen, we not talking about these crumbs. We talking about this pie. Let's work together, go get this pie. All right. Angela, you up.
Okay,
Give
I'm
me a
sorry
nugget.
about that. My nugget is the making money and creating opportunities before, during, and after. Those were my real
Listen
takeaways.
here. Before, man, look, I'm gonna get on my soapbox today. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm doing on Wednesday, I'm gonna do an event. It's my soapbox, okay? Wednesday, I'm telling y'all now. Wednesday, we're gonna do my soapbox. So I'm gonna get on, and whoever wanna be on my soapbox with me, listen, because we about to pour into y'all. Great. Angie, go let us go out of this. Give them that final word.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you have reached the epic of support for your business in a grand way. I'm so honored. Corey and I both, and Dr. Bing, who is on. I saw a few other people. Kim Henry's on. Rhonda's on. A few other people from our team. But I want you to know that now it's time for you to go beyond elevation. I think somebody needs to mute. Now is the time for you to think about going to the next level. You may have thought of it, it may scare you, but now is the time. And you will never, and I'm going to say, Corey, I'm going to say it, never again will you, until the next expo, that is, will you feel as much love, as much support on all levels. Everything from helping you to unload your stuff, to showing you how to elevate your business by the way that you actually exhibit, and by this training itself. I'm so honored to be working with Corey and this incredible team. And so honored to have each one of you as business owners. Let's go get this money, y'all.
Let's go get it. And real quick, I want to say thank you to the Atlanta Black Chamber for being one of our strong partners on here. If you guys are not a part of the Atlanta Black Chamber, you definitely need to be. I also want to say thank you to Fulton County Arts and Culture coming in, sponsoring the art gallery section. We're super excited about that. The Urban League, the Russell Center. Again, so many strong partnerships. We are truly showing people that it's not just us working in silos. Like, we have the ability to actually work together, partnerships and things of that nature. So very, very excited about the collaboration effort. So thank you guys for that. So with that being said, please, 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 with sugar on top, if y'all feeling it, I would end this call and I would get to your social medias and let people know that this event is existing, that it exists, and they can still get their tickets. They can still get all this and all that good stuff, and come on out. I'll go ahead and tell you, I think it's supposed to rain either on Saturday. Hopefully not. It's going to be cold. Hey, the World Congress Center got heat on the inside, okay? So we're going to be okay. We're going to be all right. I know black folks made out of sugar and they think they can melt. I get it. But listen, we're going to be in here and we're going to make some money move, all right? So with that being said, thank you guys. Truly appreciate it. Thank you for letting us go a little bit late. And then you guys will be getting some more information later on tonight, definitely tomorrow. All right. Awesome. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Great
so
job,
much.
Corey.